Hello everyone and welcome to Fluency with Kathryn. Today I wanted to give you a little taste of how my videos are recorded. Basically what I do is I record a conversation, a real conversation with somebody, a native speaker, and I dissect that conversation in terms of grammar, vocabulary, expressions, phrasal verbs, and pronunciation. So in this video, I wanted to give you some excerpts from the recorded videos inside my course, just to show you how my course is structured. First, I'm going to go through the pronunciation video, then the vocabulary, expressions, phrasal verbs, and lastly, the grammar, so you can see how it's all put together. I hope you enjoy it. So the first expression or thing Jamie says is in the mountains. In the mountains.
We were out for a hike in the mountains.
Notice how she completely cut the T out from the word mountains. She doesn't pronounce it. It's very common in American English to eliminate the T sound in certain words. They don't like the T's very much in America. But there is a stop, a distinct separation between the first part of the word and the second. Mountains, mountains. Also notice how she pronounces the end of the word. Ends, not ains. So the word ends up phonetically looking like this. Now let's try it together. In the mountains. In the mountains. And she says it later on as well. Mountain peak.
Some point that's easy to reference and spot. So, a mountain peak or...
Now repeat after me. Mountain peak. Good. In British English, we actually pronounce the T. We say mountain. But if your mission is to learn American English, then you know which one to choose. Okay, let's start with particularly. This is an adverb that Jamie uses quite a bit in the conversation, and it means very, very much or really. We can use it before an adjective like I'm not particularly good at public speaking, or in the middle of an auxiliary and main verb. I don't particularly want to go out tonight, but I promised Paul I would, so I'll go. Now here are a few times Jamie uses this in conversation.
I wouldn't say I'm particularly athletic or coordinated. And it's funny because we're having particularly cool weather right now. That I always think of that one because we didn't get particularly high then.
Okay, next is oftentimes. Oftentimes is pretty much the same as often, and it means on many occasions. We can use it at the beginning of a sentence. Oftentimes a company will subsidize the health insurance of an employee, or you can use it in the middle of a sentence. I would oftentimes go to my grandparents after school when I was young. Now here are a few times Jamie uses this in conversation in the video.
But oftentimes the lift continues even up into the clouds.
Next expression, a confidence booster. If something is a confidence booster, it makes you more confident. Jamie talks about hang gliding, making her a more confident person.
Hang gliding for me has been such a confidence booster.
To go through the motions is to do something without thinking it's very important, or to do something without having much interest in it. When Jamie says she was going through the motions during her hang gliding training, she was kind of doing it automatically. She wasn't attaching too much importance to the outcome. She didn't actually think that she would ever get in the air or finish the course.
I was thinking, I'm going through the motions here, but it's never really going to happen.
He says he's been investigating my complaint, but I feel he's just going through the motions, meaning he's not very involved or interested. After his wife died, he went through the motions of living without really feeling anything, meaning he was doing things without thinking, very automatically, without much interest. The first phrasal verb is to come across. This is to find something by chance. It's not planned. As Jamie mentioned, she came across some people hang gliding while she was on her hike. It was just by chance.
We were out for a hike in the mountains and we came across people launching hang gliders.
Or, for example, I came across a lovely park as I was walking around my new neighborhood. Or Paul came across a 200-year-old book as he was looking through his grandfather's things. The next phrasal verb is to pop by. If you pop by or pop in somewhere, it means to go somewhere. Normally it's someone's house for a short visit. It's very casual. You wouldn't use this for an organized business meeting or anything like that.
We just popped by the beach to visit him and watch him teaching.
Some more examples. If you like, I'll pop in and say hi on Sunday. Maybe we can have a coffee. Or make sure you pop by if you're in town. We're going to take a look at some interesting and different uses of the word would.
This would have been early on in hang gliding.
This would have been early on in hang gliding. This is a little different use of would. Normally, when we use would have been, it's something that didn't happen. That would have happened if a certain condition had also happened. So it's the third conditional, right? It didn't really happen. It's more like a regret. However, in the video, what Jamie's describing in the past did happen. Basically, if we say this would have been in relation to time in the past, it's simply the same as saying this was. There's no difference in meaning, and it's not a conditional phrase here. I'll give you some other sentences so you can get the idea a little bit better. Yeah, Paul, he would have been around 10 at the time he won his first golf competition. You would have been very happy with that Oscar win, I imagine. So did you enjoy looking at the recorded videos? And I hope you tried to do the pronunciation part as well. So that's only a tiny little bit of what you will experience every month in my course. And as well as learning all that vocabulary and grammar and the expressions and the phrasal verbs, in my conversation club, you will get to actually use this vocabulary. So I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing you guys inside the course.